All right, let's talk about something that is absolutely key to your financial future: investing. Seriously, it's the single best way to build real, actual wealth for the long haul. So let's dive into how you can get started, like, right now.
So let me ask you something right off the bat. Do you think just saving money, stuffing it into a savings account is how you get rich? A lot of us do. We're taught from day one to save, save, save. But you know what? While saving is a great start, it's just not enough. Not even close.
Okay, this right here really paints the picture, doesn't it? Let's say you've got $1,000. Stick it in a savings account, and in 30 years, it might turn into about $2,400. Seems okay, right? But, and this is a huge but, when you factor in inflation, the rising cost of everything, your actual spending power has barely moved. You've basically gained nothing. Now, what if you invested that same $1,000? It could be worth over $10,000. That's a real gain of more than $7,500. That is the game changer. That's your money actually working for you.
And that brings us to a really tough but crucial point. Saving your money is your foundation, for sure. But as a strategy to actually get rich, it's a losing game. You're fighting a battle against inflation that, honestly, you just can't win with the tiny interest rates you get from a bank.
Think about this for a second. It's kind of ironic, isn't it? Every day your money isn't invested, it's quietly losing value. It's like this slow, silent leak in your financial boat. You don't even notice it's happening for years, maybe decades, and then one day you look down and it's too late.
So, if investing is such a no-brainer, why isn't everybody doing it? Well, we all have our reasons, right? Or maybe, let's just call them what they are: excuses. And these excuses, they are costing us an absolute fortune. Let's break them down.
I want you to really think about this question. What if I told you that your boss was literally holding out a stack of free cash for you every single month, and all you had to do was take it? Sounds nuts, I know, but for millions of us, that is exactly what's happening.
We're talking about the 401k match. This is when your company puts money into your retirement account just because you did. It is, and I mean this, literally free money, 100% return on your investment instantly. And yet, look at this, an incredible 4 out of 5 employees don't put in enough to get the full match. They're just leaving thousands of dollars on the table year after year. It's wild.
Here's a big one. We all have these invisible scripts, these stories we tell ourselves that hold us back. This one's a classic. It's also complicated. All those stocks, all those charts, it's just overwhelming. But you know what that really is? It's just an excuse to hide, to do nothing because it feels safer.
But let me tell you the reality. For basically all of us, investing has absolutely nothing to do with being some Wall Street genius trying to pick the next big thing. Nope. It's about setting up a simple, boring, automated system and then just letting it do its thing. It's so much easier than you've been led to believe.
And here's another one. This one's powerful because it comes from a really understandable place: fear. I worked so hard for this money. The last thing I want is to lose it all in the stock market. Of course, that makes total sense.
But the crazy irony is, by trying to avoid the risk of losing money, you are guaranteeing that you'll lose money to inflation over time. The real risk isn't investing, it's not investing. When you ask older people what they're afraid of, they're often more scared of running out of money than anything else. That's the real danger we're trying to avoid here.
And if you want to see what happens when we listen to those fears and excuses, well, the numbers don't lie. The typical person in their late 20s or early 30s has just over $8,000 saved in their 401k. For people in their late 30s and early 40s, it's under 24 grand. These numbers are, frankly, they're terrifying. This is the real cost of waiting.
Okay, enough doom and gloom. Let's talk about the solution, because there is a simple, step-by-step way to do this. It's called the ladder of personal finance. No weird jargon, no complicated stock picking, just a clear, simple path to get you started. So how does this ladder work? Let's just focus on the first 4 rungs. Step 1, and this is non-negotiable. Contribute just enough to your 401k to get every single penny of your company's match. It's free money. Step 2, get rid of your high-interest debt, like credit cards. That stuff is an emergency. Step 3, open a Roth IRA. This is an amazing retirement account we'll talk more about. And step 4, once all that is handled, you go back and start putting even more into your 401k. That's it. That's the plan.
And just to show you how important that very first step is, look at this. The employer match isn't just a little bonus. Over time, it can literally double your money. By retirement age, that free money could be the difference between having $600,000 and having over $1.2 million. It's absolutely massive.
Now let's look at that third rung again, the Roth IRA. Why is this so special? It's one of the best deals in finance, period. You put money in that you've already paid taxes on, and in return, all the growth, for decades, is 100% tax-free when you take it out in retirement. It's an unbelievably good deal from the government.
So we have the plan, we see the path. The most important part of this whole thing is simply to start. I don't mean next month or after you get a raise, I mean today, this week. Because every single day you wait is a day of compound growth you can never, ever get back.
And you don't need to be rich to start. Not at all. Look what happens with just small, consistent amounts. $10 a week, that's like one coffee and a snack. In 10 years, that could be almost $8,000. $50 a week, maybe skipping one fancy dinner out, could turn into nearly $40,000. It's all about small, automatic habits building on themselves over time.
So here it is, your action plan for this week. First, email or call HR and get the 401k forms. Second, fill them out and contribute enough to get that full match. Third, go online to a place like Vanguard or Fidelity and open a Roth IRA. It takes like 15 minutes. And finally, set up an automatic transfer. Start small, even just $50 a month. You can do all of this in an afternoon.
So I'll just leave you with this one question. Picture yourself 10 years from today. You can look back and see a nice, big investment account that's been growing for a decade, all because you took a few simple steps this week, or you can look back with regret, wishing you had started. The choice is totally yours, and the best time to make it is right now.